So guys, tell me, okay, what is meant by a malicious file? Malicious file or any malicious software or anything. Malicious file. Okay. So if 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 an attacker has you know written something which is like something like their main intention is like destruction of or deletion of file after you get executed. Okay. Okay, like let me write it here in this way so that it will be more useful. Okay. Okay, file is open. Okay. Okay, destroy the file. Okay, these actions. Okay, it can the destruction of the files or deletion of the files. Okay, or okay, um you know modify the files. Modify the files means like if you have written 100, change it to 80 in that file. Okay, or if it has got something, it like the normal file, as we have seen on some kind of analysis part on the dear try ransomware, some extension files, it will get encrypted. Okay, this kind of activity they will do, this malicious files. Okay. Okay, you know execute few list of commands in the command prompts, cmd or shell, something like that, whichever it is. Okay, how it is? Through launching some apps, through launch app launch, through app launch I'll give. Okay, next. Okay, like execution or stopping the execution of some files. Like they know that they might be tracking these guys, so let us stop the logging so that they will not come to know. Logging whatever it is happening on this system is like they will come to know. Okay. Okay. Okay, or okay, transferring the data to the okay to the attacker machine. These files will do all these things. Okay, like DNS tunneling example. Okay, or they might shut down the system or continuous restart of the machine. This last one you guys might have seen, right? Many times. Due to virus, continuously the system will be getting restarted. Correct, right? I think you might have seen it. Okay. So the attacker might have like written the code for any of these things or multiple things. Okay. Or like, when it comes to the dear cry, what he was doing, he's actually identifying, specific the file types. Okay, and then he's encrypting and then he's deleting the original files. Okay, only the encrypted files will be there. Correct, right? You might be like creating some shells or anything and to transfer the data. You might be stopping something, logging and all. Okay, so whatever you want, you can create it in the okay, malicious file, if it is opened, what and all like things he can do it here, that we have discussed now. Okay, so for all these things, as your system and my system are like more prone for this kind of attacks, but usually office system should not get attacked. Okay, because they should, like we should not allow them, because we use antivirus. Okay, and IDS, IPS, and some any other like tools and so many things will be using it. So nothing to worry about all those things. They will be like having security in place, all these things. But the attack happens. How? The attacker is so much sophisticated, and they will like the target the systems in a way that definitely the code where it gets executed, how they will come to know, they know like who is having what kind of privilege, how you are putting a lot of data into the social networking, or your LinkedIn or all these things. They will come to know you are an IT admin in that particular, so definitely you will be having some kind of privileges, or you are belongs to the sales department, definitely you will have some access to these databases or anything. So that kind of they are very but at at the end, what and all you can do with this much is many things you can do. Okay, so now, so that's why we should not let our engineers to open, I mean like our employees to open whatever the file they want. Okay, that should not be the case. Like they should go through it and see what kind of URL it might leads to, or what kind of file they have shared it with you. Don't just insert pen drive into the systems directly. First scan it after inserting. Don't open it directly, scan it and then open. Okay, like that. Okay, fine. These are the things. Okay, so guys, you don't know that there are different, like these malicious files are different ways are there. Okay, now at the beginning whatever you are seen is like like 1990s and 2000 uh, till 2000 beginnings. Okay, whatever systems they were getting affected, it was virus. Okay, virus, what it will do, it actually like irritates the user. Example, like when I launch this particular thing, so this, it will be very slow, my system very slow. When I move it, like you see multiple the frames of the same thing, you are able to see that. That is like 1,000 frames, like that it will be putting it. So the frame rates it will reduce, so that the lot of CPU will be gained. Okay, so like more frames they will be inserting, sorry, when you move the cursor, that kind of irritates the user. Okay, and this files, whatever it is there, like they will be like they corrupt the some regular files. Okay, and they will make that file also the virus files. Example, you have something, um what I can say, notepad is there. That notepad file, you opened it, you have written something nice text, you saved it, virus got infected, then all the notepad files, whatever it is there, they might be having some gibberish text. Okay, they're infected, and it will be like when you click on that, so if you copy that file and take it to other machine and keep it there also, it will make the other notepad files the same thing. Okay, that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, uh, usually like these are all happens with the exe. These virus files used to be only exe. Okay, just remember that. Okay, now next one is, okay guys, how many of you anytime used the torrent softwares? How many of you, anyone used, first of all, torrent based softwares?
Like movie downloads.
Okay, movie downloads. Okay, then anyone?
It's like cracked version, right?
Yes,
Raghav?
yes. Yeah. Have you used it?
Yes, Raghav.
At least installed. Okay, very good.
Installed.
So yeah, So anyone, anytime, any others? No, I got two very good answers now. Any other kind of activity? One is for movies. Yes, this is like Andhra people. They do a lot of, they watch movie immediately next day only. They want to watch the movie. Yes, Anil. Okay, fine. Okay. Then anyhow, Srikanth is I mean, like very nice boy. He just want only the softwares to be like, to be installed, no movies and also softwares. Okay. Okay. Usually this is the 90% of the market of the torrents. No peer-to-peer. Usually it is meant for peer-to-peer, but we are using it what purpose? For someone is hosting like in their PC some movies or softwares, and they will be enabling it for the others also to download. That's what the torrent does. Okay, my file, my copy, whatever it is there in the torrent, okay, will be like serving other people also to download it. Okay, if I would have enabled it. So now these are the purpose. Okay, now you tell me guys, movies or softwares. Immediately what they will ask, hey boss, to run this file, please install this software we are given inside to run this software or to run this file. Sometimes they will keep this file here in the folder itself. Okay, or okay, the software to run, you have to run execute one more okay, crack file which is exe. Am I correct, Srikant?
Yes, Raghav.
Without crack file you cannot install it, correct, right?
Right.
That crack file, okay, what it is doing, do you know? We don't know, correct, right? But it will ask for root permissions. Is it correct, right? Admin privileges must for executing
Yes.
this crack file. Okay, so you want to install it. First of all, before you install, you need this crack file to be executed. Then crack file you will execute. Okay, and they will give you some code or some other file. Take that particular file and go to the installation folder where you have installed and paste that cracked file over there. Got it, right? Hmm? So you are planting some suspicious code into your system. Okay, how? They are letting to execute the root related, I mean like admin related, everything, whatever the instructions without noticing to your naked eyes, everything is running in the background. This is how, okay, your system will become a slave to their command and control center. Okay, because they are luring you to, for like, they are showing you some softwares as this thing, and you go and take that softwares or movies, okay, or some materials or something like that, books or something like that. So like to run that or to use it, okay, what they are doing, they're telling like you have to install the softwares. Got it, right? Hmm? You have to install this software, you have to run this crack. Okay, so this kind of this kind of things is actually nowadays we call it as also a malware, malicious software, because their intentions are very bad. Okay, even your virus is also malware. Okay, even your this kind of things are also malware. So now the malwares are whatever I said now. In a software, something suspiciously they have written the code, and without knowing to you they are getting executed. And once if it executed, your system will become a slave to the attacker's command and control center. Okay, that is called as Trojan. Okay, I don't know the spelling Trojans. Yeah, Trojan. Okay, that is called as a Trojan. Means it is looks to be normal file. Okay, but It is really, like in your machine without knowing to you, like it looks to be, the normal file you installed it, but in the background, it might be like, trying to communicate with the attacker. Okay. Now there is something called as spyware. The same thing I'm telling. Okay. Spyware. This is, forget about it. This file, whether it is installed or not, also you will not even come to know. Okay. It is just through few commands someone will execute and they will start, okay, capturing your keyboard, like events. Say for example, you have entered citibank.com. That will get recorded and stored in a notepad file. Okay. Then after entering the Citibank, Citibank.com website in the browser, that will get whatever the keypad, whatever you do, they are getting recorded. And next, what you have done, you entered username, some value you entered, like, okay, Raghav 123 something. Okay, my ID and password Raghav @123 something. Okay, this recordings, everything is there. Now this file will be sent to the attacker every 1 hour or 2 hours. Now the attacker will come to, hey, this guy went to the Citibank and then he typed this this must be username, this must be password, let's take it, use it. Okay, that is how they will do. Okay, these are all like spywares, what they do, keyboard, all these things. And also what they do, apart from this, they will be using it for, this they will be using it for, you know uh, like, without knowing to you, they might be capturing the images of you. Okay, like some script they will be reading every 1 hour, like, one photo, without knowing to you, internally it will be capturing the photo of you in front of the laptop and sending it to the, like the command and control center. Okay, without knowing to you in the background. Okay, this is called as spyware. And ransomware is also, there is something called as ransomware. Okay, this ransomware is, okay, it will be like a host taking hostage of the machine data. Okay, of a machine data, and asking the, and asking for the ransom. Okay, and asking for the ransom. Correct, right? That is called as ransomware. Am I correct? Now, if it is still here, it's okay. One machine is okay. But this wire, this some functionality will be there of this ransomware, that is called as, worms. Within that ransomware itself, if it is infected from one machine and it is trying to infect other worms. Okay, yeah, WORMS, I guess. Yeah, and it is trying to infect other machine, as I said, network, like in the hotel, I mean, like I have seen, like class, you have seen the folders that are in the network, right? Okay, all the network related folders we have seen from different machines. So to each and every machine, I can automatically, without knowing to anyone, the script only, whatever the malicious file only, infecting the other shared folders in the network. The network using which protocol, guys? Which protocol? You know that or not? SMB or net bias. This we have already discussed. ransomware from one machine to another machine, how it gets infected means using the SMB. What is the port numbers for that?
135 to 139.
132, 139. Okay. And SMB is 445 or 443 SMB. Guys, 445, right? Huh? Am I correct? What is HTTPS? What is the port number for HTTPS?
443.
443.
So SMB is 445. Okay, just remember that. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, now, okay, this is the thing. Okay, so now you might be seeing some other. We might be like opening some movie websites or anything. Correct, right? Okay, so this worms means worms. What will do? They will be like from one machine to another machine. They will be trying to exit, but after going there also they will execute to the some different malicious file that is called as ransomware to infect that particular machine. But how they move from one machine to another machine is using the worms. These are all malwares only. Okay, this might be like together written in one file itself or multiple file. We at least bothered about it. Okay, but adwares will also be there. What is the adware? Your system is infected. Try to install this machine. Got it right? Hmm? Am I correct or not? Your system is infected. Please install this. Apple support. Apple network means my machine was Apple earlier. So I used to see this. Now Windows machine. So I'll see like, your Microsoft support this software you have to install like that. If I go to automatically that page will open to that some websites like, moviemirchi.com or something like that. Okay, immediately they will open. So it is very like annoying, but still we cannot do anything. Okay, these adwares what they will do? Okay, they will do one kind of completely like pop-ups, 10 pop-ups for one website they will open. Okay, that is a annoying thing. In that particular 10 pop-ups, which one is like some really good business guy who's trying to sell his product, or some malicious files where they are like if you click on something you don't know. Okay, so that's why what you have to use, so for these kind of adverse pop-ups and all, unnecessary annoying pop-ups. Okay, use ad blocker softwares. Okay, for all these things. Okay, ad blocker softwares you have to use. Okay, next, botnet. Okay, what is meant by botnet, guys? Tell me one thing. You have created, we have discussed this one, right? Some virus you have installed on your machine. Now when your machine is getting in touch with the command and controls, I wantedly explaining it at the end. Okay, so why I am explaining this at the end, I'll let you know. So now this machine got compromised. Same way my machine is also got compromised somewhere in the internet, and your machine is also got compromised. Like that, some hundreds of people compromised, and over the internet, okay, we are all reporting without knowing to us to a attacker. That guy is here. That guy is here. The attacker is here, guys. Okay, he is called as boss for us, for all of us. Without knowing to us, he is the boss. That boss is called as command and control. Don't tell to the interviewer that. Let me delete that by mistake, if you say, I'm gone. This is command and control. Okay. Okay. Now we are through internet, every one of us are in touch with this guy. Every one of us. Without, as soon as our system, you know, okay, every one of us are sending the data and it is going to this guy. Okay. So if he any instructions for us, we are doing that. Okay, we are doing that. Like, please send a request to amazon.com. Okay, this is amazon.com, some server. So many things are there in between. I haven't written anything. Just consider this is amazon.com. Okay, so for example here, amazon.com. Okay, now the request some multiple PCs. Okay, PC1, okay, PC2, PC3. Okay, like that. Okay, some 1 lakh machines will be there. Let me put it in this way. Oh. PC. Okay. Odd. Okay, let me put it here, this one. Now, okay. Now these many PCs are there. Okay, I don't know whether I've written, yeah, 10 million PCs. He's able to control it. Now this entire group of machines with this, including this guy, is called as botnet. Is called as botnet. Okay. Group of, what I can say, group of group or network, not network of, okay, malicious file infected systems and the command and control center, okay, together called as botnet. Okay, so these group of machines, and along with this particular, not this one, sorry, this one, command and control, these machines, and along with this guy is called as botnet. Now these are all bots now for him. Okay, now let us see what he will do. Okay, now he wants to attack, okay, Amazon server. What he'll do, if he sends directly the request, 10,000 requests, immediately Amazon firewall or DDoS mitigation tools easily detects that and sends some blocks that IP address. Instead, what he will do, okay, he will instruct, okay, to these machines to send the uh, uh, the, okay, before to that, okay, uh, now for what purpose we are actually attacking this machine? To stop the services of this particular Amazon system. If he sends 1 lakh 1 lakh request or 10 million requests from this IP, immediately they are blocking. That particular process is called as DOS attack. DOS attack. So that the normal regular user who is there in other part of the world wants to, the system capacity itself, if it is 10,000 1 lakh requests, but you are sending 1 million requests, this normal user who is trying to, this is like regular user, okay, common user, okay, if he sends a request at that moment where like this guy is sending 1 million requests to this machine. Forget about these machines are not yet involved. Okay, if the requests are sent by 1 million requests by this machine, this guy will not get an option to get the web page onto his screen because his request is not served because the server is busy. That's why we might be seeing sometimes here they get 5xx error. Okay, so how they are doing? They are sending what is the three-way handshaking steps? Anyone can tell me three-way handshaking steps?
Send
Three-way
request.
hand. Okay, okay. Just take this. First, you will get what it is. Sin. Okay. Then
Syntax.
what? Yeah. What happens here after it goes to the SYN request to the server? What happens? That is the important logic which you have to remember.
Knowledge.
Okay. What happens?
Of knowledges.
No. I do. But what happened inside? That's why I've explained that
The
in the
connection
server.
status.
Yes, it will first update the connection status. Huh? Got it right? It updates the connection status. Say it has this server has got some connection table will be there. Okay. So this particular IP address has sent the request and I'm going to send SYNAC for this. Okay. And I will wait for some time. Got it right? I will wait for some time. Okay. Now the response, okay, will be sent. SYNAC. My marker is not working. That's why I'm using the my this one only. Okay. So this is to the again back to the the system which has got trying to make the connection. Okay. That is your client machine. Okay. Now it will be waiting until this timer gets over. Okay. So this can be 10 seconds, 5 seconds, or whatever it is. But attackers take advantage. They don't send any ACK. Okay. They will just send SYN request. Okay. How they will send? If this SYN request is done right, again from the same machine, one more new SYN request they will send. Again, it will make an entry of the same IP and it will make an entry like, it will send SYNAC and it will. Now the capacity is, 10,000 systems. Okay. Or 1 lakh request. Okay. All that 1 lakh request is served. Now the real user comes. Okay. Here, the normal regular user comes from this machine. Okay. And to the same machine, he will try to send a request. Okay. Now, once he sends a SYN request, okay, this is full, right? Okay. He will get a response back that server error. We are not able to provide you any service as of now. 5xx. Okay, that is 500, 501 or something like that. Anything 5 is server error. Okay. So this kind of, the regular user, common user, this is user is not going to get the service what he wanted because of this attacker client. Okay. This common user. He's sending multiple these things. So that's why what they will do, they will like limit, the number of requests by, blocking this guy here. But now, instead of this, what he will do, okay, the attacker, since they are coming to know that I am sending the multiple requests, they are blocking me. Okay, now what I will do is, I will send the request from multiple system. How come how come they will come to know about it? So I know that its capacity is 1 lakh. So first 10 million machines I have. First, it's 1 million machines I have under my control. First, I'll ask 100,000 or 1 lakh request from the first 1 lakh machines. I'll instruct them to, guys, you go and send SYN request to, the to this particular server. Okay, that is Amazon server. They will send the request to the Amazon server. All this one like that. 100,000, not 1 million. Only 100,000. The machines. Okay, so the request will go. Okay, now this guy will be waiting. The common user, like this, multiple systems. Okay, this is one machine, right? Okay, there is one more machine. Okay, they will also send. Okay, this guy is not yet sent anything, just ignore it. Okay, and this guy will send request, SYN request, and he'll receive SYNAC, everything, like how many systems are there, all those things they are noting down. Now 100,000 requests are actually, or 1 lakh requests are actually updated, I mean, like, are sent at one time, and all of them got updated. And now they have sent a response to SYNAC to those all machines. Now that time this user has come, common user, and he has sent a send request. Again he has received 5xx, because already something, like, we have to wait for some time, that because these requests are waited for 5 seconds or something. Now no response back from that guy. Before this response is coming back, again next 100,000 request this guy will trigger to that server. So again this server, after some time, he will try to connect, because the second batch of things are already occupied here. Now again he is not able to get that, you know the service what he wanted, the web page, the connection request is not able to make, because once he is able to make the request, then only he'll be able to send the get or anything. Okay, what web page he is trying to ask. Okay, it can be not only for web servers or anything, it can be for any FTP servers, SSH or anything. Okay, but for everything TCP connection is mandatory. Okay, so the TCP itself, it's like, this this attack itself, it is like impacting any kind of connection oriented services. So not only web, even SSH, telnet or FTP or any kind of things, it will affect. Okay, so the end user is not able to get the service on time. Okay, service on time. Okay, because of the distributed denial of service. Now earlier denial of service, because of from one machine only it is sending. Now that attack is distributed across multiple machines. Now that is called as, this will just instruct which machine to which machine it has to send the send request. Those machines will send, and then after that second wave. Okay, from which machine to which machine, and that second wave will go. But this guy is not getting the chance. If he's out of, like, after the second wave also, if he's trying, no, he's not getting the job. That's why it is called as distributed denials. Because of this particular distributed denial of service, okay, we have a big problem now. What is that big problem? Okay, we are not able to, okay, easily figure out who is actually the culprit and who is actually the genuine user. Got it, right? Okay, because all are sending single requests only. Then if everyone is sending single request, I cannot say this guy is also single user only. This guy is also like, I'm not seeing multiple uh you know the systems are sending this data which is from attackers, because these are all different IPs. Okay, so how you are going to detect those things? That's why you have to use some sophisticated RBAR kind of DDoS mitigation tools. They see the throughput, they see the when which kind of IPs they are in, that suspicious IPs are how many are there. Like that, they will instruct the router to drop which packet and allow which packets. Okay, so those kind of instructions they'll be giving. Okay, so that RBAR will take care of it. Usually, RBAR is what? DDoS mitigation tool. Okay, so that is a thing. Uh, and this is like, DDoS, DOS and DDoS. This is about the DOS or service attack. DDoS is, now right, distributed denial of service. Okay, so this is the distributed denial of service. Okay, yeah. And one small thing, okay, these attacks, whatever it is happening, right? Okay, this you know, some attackers, directly they will they don't include any files or anything. Okay, um some people, like just they'll be running the commands only, okay, by sitting somewhere. Okay, they don't, send any kind of malicious file or anything. So those kind of attacks are called as fileless attacks. Okay, where they were able to get to know about your, command prompt or something exposing. So no, nothing is required, just they will do, file drawer of your terminal, and they will send all these kind of, instructions or anything, whatever it has to do, all these things. Okay. Hmm? uh, okay, then and you might be seeing, uh, okay, so fileless attack, fileless, okay, fileless attack. Okay, and last one is drive by download. Okay, um, you don't have any intention, but automatically before you click download, okay, that web page where you visited will be downloading some softwares. With this we have seen so many times, as I said, with respect to the, like movie websites. If you just go, some, okay, player is going to get downloaded. Okay, that kind of thing, you might be seeing it. This is, it is very suspicious thing. Got it right? Okay, how come that is possible? uh, 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 that is more of, what I can say, uh, like, uh, they have control on your machine, what can be placed in your hard disk, or, just as soon as when you visit a website, some malicious file, which is whichever it is there, automatically getting downloaded. Okay, and without asking your prior permission. So there is something suspicious, okay. So, like, you should be blocking ad blockers, you should use for such kind of things. Okay, you should not allow. So these are all something about the attacks. Okay, this is like, we haven't got into the WASP. Only on Saturday we will go, because that is the important concept. Those are like, the day to day when you discuss, these are like which you will be dealing with. But the technical more of it is like, let us see how it goes. Hmm? Okay. Hmm? Okay, yeah.